Hey everybody, this was Dustin, your RV specialist. So I was just up on the roof on this guy and did a video with, and threw out a bunch of different little things that I would do too if it was mine. I don't remember what the owner originally came in for. I think it was possibly for a wheel bearing pack and some other stuff, but we found some things on the roof that we took care of. Wanted to talk about, water, right? And then, hey, if this was your coach, Dustin, what would you do to it? So number one, it is Wednesday morning on October the 29th. It's about 8:15 in the morning. And I just want to show you all this condensation that's dripping off the front of this coach, right? And so here's as well. So people always say, hey, how come my unit got so water damaged? It hasn't rained, right? Well, it hasn't rained here in Lodi in probably, I don't know, a few days. But as you can see, just these things sitting out here sweating, getting hot and cold, water, all over the front cap, it just condensates. And so water can get in and damage anything, Same thing with above here. You can see all the water that's, running down along the sides and whatnot. So that's kind of why we're always being so particular about, hey, get them sealed up, make sure you're doctoring them up. Guys, for you guys that are watching, think of it as like, your wife needing a manicure, or you need a manicure. Every so often, you need to come out, look at every single molding, every compartment, every window, every hatch, every catch, every light, everything, and really look at it close. A lot of times the sealant will just be resting or laying there, and it's either partially adhered or not adhered at all, or it's washed off and missing. But, they need to be scraped off and also, resealed every so often. Along with all the screws, there's things that just shake and come loose and vibrate. So anyways, let's see what else. So back to like, hey, Dustin, what would you do if it was yours? Well, if it was mine, first thing I would do is I would get rid of the 2 battery boxes, and they make a double battery box. I'd go to a single battery box and do that. Another thing, depending upon, how close the tailgate is to the truck, I would take the jack loose and turn it. And this is, again, a 2023 15 RB. And I'll show you 2 other Imagines that are over here right now that have their jacks turned, and we didn't turn them. The consumer did, or they paid somebody else to. So, and then we'll have to put the pads back up so the guy can get to it when he comes to pick up. But something else, I would recommend to do a furnace bug screen cover to protect that. It's going to keep the wasps, bees, mud daubers. I've had baby sparrows, baby hummingbirds. I've had all kinds of crap get in there, baby bats, all kinds of stuff over the years. And we got lots of pictures and videos. When I was up on the roof, I was talking about tree damage, right? So his awnings are getting all scratched up. The awning arms and rails are getting scratched up. The whole sidewall is getting scratched up, and I got a pole here in front of me to walk past. But the decals and the sides are getting nicked. You can see them there. And, you can see the scratches as they go above the door. It's kind of hard in this light because I'm standing kind of in direct sunlight, but they're there. I can see them. So make sure you're being conscientious about the trees. It also looks like he either taped something on here or he brushed up against something there. Same thing with the water heater. They don't make a cover yet for this, for a bug screen, but I see rust spots. Right? And I'm not going to open that up right now, but I don't know if that's water getting in and hitting the screws and coming down, or if it's rust from the water heater or something along those lines. He does have a backup camera, which is nice. It looks like it's an aftermarket one, and it's up a little high. It's kind of blocking that third light. I don't think he'll get in trouble for that, but just a heads up. The ladder, none of the stations on the ladder are sealed. It's got that foam pad, but usually we trim that off and go back around and seal it. And then you can see in the detail of it where this top piece is kicked out more, where these 2 sides are more tighter and these 2 sides are not. You can tell by the distance of, see how close it is to the body here and how tall it is there. So keep an eye on those as well. Somewhere down the road, when you get some time, I know it's expensive, but either go back through and tighten it all up and reseal it, or come in and see us so we can do it. But overall, it's an awesome looking little trailer. It's got nice little off-road tires, nice rims on it. Make sure you go back and torque your wheels after so many miles, see the owner's manual or see us at the shop for paperwork or instructions. Same thing, you know, I mean, we don't want to go through and pick every single unit apart, but you can see here, like I was talking about the sealants, there's still sealant there, but it's not, you know, 100%, but it's still there, so it's still doing its job. But at some point within the next, you know, before next winter, you're going to need to come in and do a reseal or do it yourself, you know. So, all right, well, that's all I got for this guy. Like I said, just a recap: turn the jack, put in a single battery box, put in that bug screen on the furnace. You might check when that cap on the city water, if it's the flush, when that goes bad, put in the plug. It's the twist type with the screw that you can mount to it so you don't lose it, so it's tethered. And other than that, stay tuned for more. Thanks so much for watching. This is Dustin at your California Specialist, your RV Specialist on YouTube. All right, have a great day, everybody.